Hello everybody and welcome to another Kev Play. This is Kevin and we are on part 3 of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. Last time we did a little house cleaning. Now we're gonna go to the sewer speedway. I got Dingo Dial in his hazmat suit here to kinda, I figure we're going into the sewer. And I also figured since he's in a hazmat suit, it's very Breaking Bad-esque. And so I made the I'm driving the pressurizer, what they call. It looks like a nice little janitor's cart type, but I also added a little bit of blood on the front, kind of give that Breaking Bad edge. And of course the sticker is the crystal that is cooked in that show. So I figured we'd go with that. A little homage to Breaking Bad, but also, I mean, the reason I picked it is because we're going into the sewers. So, I have watched the trailer, the big reveal trailer for Crash 4, It's About Time, and last time you might remember that I was a little bit on the fence with the leaked photos we were getting. I was definitely skeptical of the art style and the new aesthetic and design to some of the characters, especially after the Insane Trilogy and CTR Nitro-Fueled nailed it in my opinion. Having seen the trailer, I must say I'm a lot more warmed up to it, and there's several reasons why. One being that the game looks so much fun. It looks so innovative, and I can see why they would have had to tweak the character, or tweak the art style a bit in order to fit that kind of fluidity. The fluidity of the way it kind of gets away from your standard traditional Crash aesthetic, I guess. I like that they're kind of taking this opportunity to kind of reinvent kind of how the game looks, but not in a way that is in any way disrespectful to the source material that it's coming off of, being the first 3 games. It still feels like it's a Crash game, like, if you know what I mean. Like, they're maintaining the linear gameplay, but they're making it more innovative. Find this. There's that. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate too. Alright, now I have to get in first. Can I get a Wumpa box for this? Guess not. But I like it. I mean, the art style does look a little cutesy. It definitely looks like Toys for Bob made it. But I'm kind of digging it. Because for one, like, the characters' designs aren't actually that bad at all. Now that I'm seeing them in motion, I'm totally behind them now. I would say they should make Coco's hair a little bit brighter, like a more brighter yellow, because I feel like her blonde hair is a little bit muted and saturated. It feels like a little too white. I messed this up. Let's start it over. It looks a little, it doesn't look at her hair color doesn't just jump out. If I was to play one nitpick card, that's the one thing, because honestly, the game looks great, and it looks fun, and I'm loving the reception it's getting. Because I was just looking at the Insane Trilogy gameplay, and it does look rigid. I mean, it looks great for the remaster, but it looks rigid in terms of bringing the game into like a modern, like bringing the franchise to modern consoles. I'm gonna start over because I wasn't paying attention where my letters were. But I think it looks good. I'm definitely gonna pick it up and give it a chance. It looks really like a spiritual successor to what they would have wanted to do with a Crash 4. If Naughty Dog had the graphical capabilities back in the day to kind of really, like, you know, like the camera looks better, like the way the camera follows you looks better. I love how it switches from, like, it stays linear, but like it will switch from going forward to side-scrolling, like seamlessly. Like the camera turns for that. I think that's really cool. What else? I like that a lot of people think that the ending of that trailer with like that new mask saying like, how many times have you defeated this clown? And Coco answers 3, and he's like, oh really, 3? I would have thought there was more than that. A lot of people take that as a jab to like as like a knock on the post Naughty Dog games, but I think it's more of a wink. I think it's more of a wink because I think the game is about exploring an alternate timeline, and I think like we might see like nods and references to those PS2 and PS3 games. Oops. Through, like they might pop in and out as we go in and out of timelines or so forth. So I like that they kind of keep those they keep those games canon for those who have a special, hold them like dear to themselves and have a special place in their heart for those games. There we go.
Hey, you call that racing?
I like that you get to play as Cortex. I like the way they use the masks to like slow down time or like anti-gravity, and like I like that they're bringing new ideas to the mainline series that I'm liking. That said, I mean, I would have preferred, if this game was to run in like the Insane Trilogy graphics, that would have been my preference, but I'm not turned off. I'm not turned off by it. I can get behind it. I think it looks fun. I think it holds it stays true to what kind of that world is in a way, even if it is a little different. But it's not too different. And even looking at gameplay of it, it looked very much like the classic gameplay. Alright. We'll just do I think there's another hazmat suit I can put on. Because I have to do a relic race, and I might need a... Yeah, a biohazard. I'll take the biohazard. Dingo Dow is usually my If I'm not playing as Crash, I'm usually playing as Dingodile in the original. Let's try to get a gold. Sewer Speedway can be a little tricky with the relic races. Like, the boxes are kind of all over the place. Sometimes that shortcut is very hard to nail. So I'll see what I can do. Sometimes it's wise to not even go for all the boxes on this, because you want to use that shortcut. Sometimes it's good to like just hop off that bridge instead of going all the way through the shortcut. But I'll see what I can do. Yeah, these boxes, they kind of get all over the place. And the barrels in this version, compared to the original version, they get me so much more often. I don't know if like the barrels are moving at a more faster pace or something, or if like has something to do with the spacing and the size of the barrel, but I find myself always getting squished by it. I'm gonna try to get this shortcut. Get it out of the way. Also, a lot of those jumps are, you know, you might miss them, so... Alright, not so bad. I messed that up. This, I can never figure out the pattern for how I should be doing this, but I'll just... Come on.
Uh-oh, wrong way.
Sort of works. I might have messed it up though. Damn it. Not doing too bad. Let's try again for this. Alright, it's better than nothing. I told you. Always gets me. Oh, I messed up. Hopefully I can get a gold.
Mate, you call that racing?
Alright. Was that seriously my best run? I guess so. Keep in mind, when this game first came out, they actually had to patch the shortcut because it wasn't like it was almost impossible to make for some reason with the lip of the half pipe. Like it was just so hard to get going, even when you were like at full boost or like you had a mask or anything. Like it just wouldn't work. I mean, it was like 2 times out of 10 you would make it. So they patched it, I believe, and it's definitely a lot more easier. So I think when I did those old time trials, that's probably was the case. Is I just was not making that shortcut. Huh. But
Ray, you've earned a relic.
radical. Alright, let's go. I think we got all this yeah, we're good. Let's go to the next world.
You must first collect the required number of relics to race this track.
Ass. I like that they make this. This is Gemstone Valley, and they actually added gems to kind of, you know, play on that. What's the? I need to see something. Gemstone Valley. Okay, so Ensigny Beach is where we were, and I believe we need to go this way to, where's this? The Lost Ruins. It's pretty amazing how, oh, my voice is cracked. It's pretty amazing how this is kind of like the first seamless hub world. Like, I mean, it's a pretty big open world for PS1 when you think of it, because I mean, it's not that big, but like everything is seamless. There's really no loading times happening. You know, like the camera does, like the game doesn't stop before you get to the next area or anything. It's pretty impressive for the time, I'd say. What we have here. I think we gotta put Coco in, if it's Coco Park. But what should we dress as? I'm going for Retro Coco, and I'm gonna give her a retro cart. Special carts. Alright. Old school Coco. I love, and these retro carts, they're, and the retro skins for Coco, Crash, and Cortex, they're actually exclusive only to PlayStation, which is kind of cool. Coco Park, I think, is one of the most beautiful remasters of one of the best remakes. You know, just the way it looks, I think it's gorgeous. You'll see. I love how they put all these like flower petals everywhere, and it's all frilly and all, but it's nice, you know. Look at that. They couldn't put this much detail into the game back in PS1, but I mean, go back to the PS1 version, and it's still Naughty Dog puts a lot of detail in their games for as much for what they can work with. But this is cool. Alright, so I just gotta come first, get that trophy. They're pretty intense on this one. There we go.
Let's go!
Yeah, I really stick. I think in the PS1 version I would have exploded along with that with that nitro exploding. Here's a little shortcut.
And that's how it's done.
Beautiful. See, I'm not a fan of like the white skin, like the different colored skins for the Crash characters. I think it just takes away the integrity of the character. Like, put them in actual costumes. You know, like I want to play as the character in a costume, not some like, you know, alternate reality version of the character. That's just me. I mean, maybe I'm just being a nerdy Nelly.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
No speech from Aku Aku, I guess? Alright.
To access this track, you must first collect the number of trophies required to turn on the warp pad. To get trophies, you must race other open tracks and come in first place.
All right. What we got? Tiger Temple. We gotta put Pure in this. Throw Pure into the mix. See, look at all these colored ones. I'm not a fan of it. Like, Rustland one's cool. I'm gonna go with... I'll go with Three Musketeer. That's fine. Let's go. Just pick something, right? Let's give it a Crash Nitro cart. With a little flare. He's orange, so let's give him a little orange flare. Is there orange? Since it's... Yeah, put some fire elemental in there, why not? Sure. And... put Coco because they have a special relationship. They also mentioned that the new Crash game is going to have kind of a retro mode and a modern mode. And the retro mode's going to have like a life system the same way we played the Crash Insane trilogy, where you get the 100 Wampa fruits and you get 1 extra life, or if you find like the Crash's face as a 1-up, then you'll get an extra life. And you don't want to game over, or if you do, you'll get sent back to like the beginning of the level. But the modern mode, I think it has a more generous checkpoint, I don't think there's a game over necessarily. It will just bring you back to a little certain part of the level, as if you were playing like I guess like a God of War, like the original God of Wars. you know, if you die, you get brought back to a certain spot. Like, there was no hub world, the whole world was the world. Although I do believe there's a hub world for this game. But it sounds interesting. I'll probably play on Retro, but I mean, I'll probably play on both, so just to get the full experience. I'm sure there'll be trophies that will require you to do both. Let's get that golden Wumpa. I'm gonna save this bad boy. There we go. What was that? I used to put my beakers right here in multiplayer in the original version, and... or not right there, but like to the left of where I just put it. And the AI would never actually hit it. They were just like never programmed to go in that path. If you put it a little left to where the fire is, where the tiki head is breathing fire. And I would always do it on multiplayer because, on first glance, a human player who you're playing against will dodge that. But since the AI will dodge it, on the second lap, I would put my next, like, TNT Nitro or Beaker in the middle of it. So then that way you have, it's a narrow pathway, you have a Beaker on the left, a Beaker in the middle, and you have the fire-breathing Tiki, and it's almost like the whole thing is blocked off. It was a good strategy for them, but if you try it now, if you try to put it on the left, the AI will actually hit it. They have a more, I think, diverse way of driving in this version, where they, you know, they can be pretty much anywhere on the map. That was always a strategy of mine. Now I'm supposed to do the trophies first, because I can't return to these levels, the tracks I just completed with the trophy until I've got all of them in this section of the world. I can't return to get do like a Relic Racer CTR challenge. Get him. I'm really excited to play as more than just Crash and Coco, though.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
In this new game. Because supposedly, like, they already showed you can play as Cortex. Let me see what happens if I do this.
To open this door, you must come in first place in all 4 races of this area.
Okie dokie. But they've hinted that you can play as more characters, which I'm guessing is more of like the bad characters. So I'm excited for that. What am I missing here? Oh, definitely over here, right? What are you? Papu's Pyramid. I think I'm gonna play as the boss, even though I shouldn't, because he's supposed to be coming out of that door. They only ever gave him this pirate Papu, and I'm not really a fan of it. I mean, it's cool, but it does kind of stray away from what he... I don't know, it's a little too silly for me. It doesn't fit with him. So I'm gonna
so fast.
I'll stick with this. Papu Papu's main track. Hopefully I'm not stepping on any toes. Whatever that means. Just speaking at random here. So much games coming out this year, though. You know, I have The Last of Us Part 2 supposedly coming out tomorrow. Well, for me, it's arriving at my house tomorrow. We have this new Crash game. We have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remaster, made by Vicarious Visions. Like, I'm so set with PS4 right now, I don't need a PS5. I don't even think I'm gonna get a PS5, but I don't, I'm really just set with what's coming out for PS4 this year.
Take trophy. Hunger.
I love this shortcut so much. In the PS1 version, there's a lot of game-breaking shortcuts you can do in this level. I wouldn't even call it game-breaking, but I mean, it is kind of cheap. Like, it is kind of cheap if you do it, but it's really hard to pull up, which is why I always felt it was kind of legit. Like, basically, you can just, like, overpass this whole section. It's kind of complicated, though.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
It took me a while to realize that the piranha plants actually have two phases to them. One is where they're like sprung back, and one is where they're more relaxed. And you're supposed to you're supposed to hit in time trial. There's like time boxes there, and you're supposed to hit them when you time it where the piranha plant is in a certain phase. So I don't think I ever realized that until this game, really. I think I always just, like, lucked out whenever I did it on the PS1 version. So, I wonder now, so if Crash 4 It's About Time is supposed to be kind of an alternate timeline that picks up the story where after Crash Warped, following Crash Warped, obviously time passes because Cortex isn't a baby anymore, but where does CTR, because obviously they said, oh, how many times have you gone up against Cortex? 3. And in this game you don't go up against Cortex, you're going up against Oxide. And it was within that Naughty Dog umbrella. And, like, so basically my question is, when does CTR take place?
Congratulations! You win a trophy!
Does it take place before Crash 4 It's About Time or after Crash 4 It's About Time? Because they seem all united here. But maybe CTR is supposed to be kind of a separate thing. We gotta get Dingo back. Where's Dingo? There he is. Alright. What's good for Dingo Canyon? I think maybe a little beach Dingo Dow, because it's kind of a touristy spot. Yeah, I think I'll go with that.
Dingo, dingo, dingo.
Let's give him a cool car too. Let's give him the champion cart. I have all these cool little decals here. We'll bring this into it. My paint job. Let's give it a nice, like... This looks cool. Let's get rid of that sticker. Put some pyramids in out of respect for this homeworld. And wheels, let's give it a little kind of a nice off-road feel to it, which I think the cabrio looks good. Alright, let's go with that. I also like how they revealed the game with Jeff Keighley, kind of like, hey, you know, we've got a lot of announcements to make, and then like there's a knock at his door, and it's revealed to be the Crash mascot guy, and he's wearing a mask, like, you know, out of respect for COVID-19. Not respect to the disease, but respect of, you know, everyone doing their part to stay safe. But Crash basically drops the trailer off for him, and I just love that. I love that skit that they always bring back, because it's how he learned about CTR Nitro-Fueled. He drops by at the Game Awards, you know, to open like the big crate and to show the trophy. I just like that what they got going there, that little relationship.
I'll fry yous.
This level is often under or overlooked, in my opinion, in terms of a good level. I mean, it doesn't really have any crazy shortcuts or anything, and this part of the level is kind of a little bit of a drag, but I like the theme of this level. I like how it's like we're doing a little canyon karting, you know? And it looks like a place Dingo Dial would hang out. I can never do this part good. Woo. Love the sun glare effect in this game. Really feels like a PS4 game. I mean, honestly, this game doesn't feel like a remaster. It feels like a brand new game to me, even though it's, you know, not in terms of the source material, but
Mate, you call that racing?
there's enough new content in this game that just makes it new to me. Alright, we're doing pretty good. It's nice to just jump into a race and actually just beat it, even though we're on hard mode, and I can't believe, I mean, I know I said it a million times, but I was really thinking this was going to be tougher after that first episode where I was on the wrong driving class. By the way, I wanted to put this episode out right after my previous episode because I know the last episode I was speculating a lot of, I wasn't feeling, I was kind of like on the fence about stuff, and I definitely want to just put this one out after the reveal, on the day of the reveal, to kind of give my thoughts on the game and so forth. What do you guys think of the game? Here we go.
Papu much tired of watching puny slugs race so slow. Papu wanting action to lay Boom down big and prove Papo is world's best driver. Papu moves so fast, you munch tracks.
I like how these cutscenes bring a bit of colorfulness and kind of puts a little spin on the old cutscenes, because the old cutscenes were kind of just the boss character just in their car talking to you, whereas there's kind of a little bit of more going on to it, but they're still staying true to the old dialogue. You could tell that the game that Beanox wants to do more with it, and that they kind of do feel hindered to be tied down to
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
the original gameplay or the original dialogue and the original cutscenes, that they want to put their own spin on it and kind of, and that's what I love about this new Crash game, is that you could, like, they're finally free of being faithful to the script, and now they can do their own, and they can be creative and at the fullest their fullest potential. So I think it's cool. What's a good I say let's get Crash back for this one. And let's give him, yeah, let's give him this. His old motorcycle outfit. No CTR update though. I think they're done. I think they're done with any more content drops, and I'm fine with that. All right, let's do it. Oh no. You don't want to be behind Papu Papu. Now I feel good. He wants to win. It's not going to. I feel I mean, he's nowhere near me. I usually do hold on to a missile if I'm in first. If you ever have a missile in your first, you gotta hold on to it. Although, I don't know, maybe online it's better to keep dropping shit behind you. There's no way he's catching me. But if it's neck and neck and you have a missile, definitely hold on to that. So most of the time people are using shortcuts and they're probably going to get ahead of you at some point on their own merit. That's how we do it. The Wumpa Coins report is pretty useless now. I don't need Wumpa Coins. My pit stop's all done.
Papu not himself today. Maybe Papu not eating a big breakfast.
Been there.
You are fast for being so small. Here's key to help. Oxide much bigger problem for you. Him not as big, but him much more grumpy.
Noted. See, all that animation never happened in the original game. It was just Papu Papu sitting in a cart saying every exact word that he just said, but he was just sitting in his cart. But I like how they found a way to kind of have non-dialogue moments where he's shaking like stuff out of his skirt. Alright. Rampage Ruin. Yeah, I'm gonna save that for next time because I feel like that's gonna get annoying. And I don't want to waste 13 minutes and fail. I say we get back into Tiger Temple. Let's bring Pura back into the mix. Let's go with Rustland Pura. The CTR challenge. Rustland was kind of like a Mad Max themed Grand Prix that brought, you know, this kind of they called it Mega Mix Mania, which was very Mad Max, very just like junkyard, and but kind of had like a colorfulness to it, like with like paint and stuff. Reminded me of that game Rage or Rage 2. That's like very punk, but like you're in like a desert, but it's very punk like and colorful. I gotta find these letters. There's the T. There's the C. Missed it. I'm guessing the R is in the shortcut. Alright, now we just gotta win. The AI does not use the shortcut for whatever reason. In multiplayer, I like to litter the shortcut with items. If you can get in there, if the door is already open from somebody else, and you can put an item in there, or like a string of items, I like that surprise, because people have to open the door, and then they have no choice but to just hit things. Alright. At this point, I'm wondering, like, so what's happening with Spyro now? Because Vicarious Visions is working on Tony Hawk. Toy Star Bob is working on Crash. Is Beanox gonna work on Spyro? Like... Very kick-ass victory dance. You know what? I'll give Papu Papu his due with pirate version. I'll do CTR challenge. The only reason I'm doing this level right now is because they respawned me back to the podium, and it's you know, I might as well just knock this one out since it's closer. I know I haven't done the relic race for Tiger Temple, but could always save it for next time. I'm forgetting where the letters are here, but I'll remember. It'll come to me. We had somebody in the... We had a viewer for a second there, but it's a start. I know people are a lot more drawn to this game than The Last of Us. The Last of Us playthrough. I'm sure people were avoiding spoilers for The Last of Us playthrough. And plus it's more of a engaging game. That's a kind of a game you want to actually be playing yourself, I think. But it is fun to watch, and kind of, obviously I wanted to make that game interesting as I played. And kind of bring my thoughts to the story and so forth. Okay. What do I want to do? I'm trying to figure out where these letters are. Ah. Come on, Papu Papu, you're supposed to be the master of this place. Alright, there's C. The T's up there. And I'm guessing the R is, like, past the shortcut part? Yep. Oh, God. I don't think that, in the first game, the AI never got, they never got clocks or orbs, but they do in this game. But it's kind of cool. I like that they're kind of, you know... It's like playing against the human players. Everyone should be able to get that slice of the pie.
Mega boost.
Oh, I'm messing this up miserably.
You so slow.
I'm gonna have to bring out the big guns in order to win this one. Can I do it? That's the question.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Because I really can't use this shortcut if I can try. Let me try it. Nah. It's not gonna happen. I have to restart.
Take trophy! Zoom, zoom, zoom!
Alright. Oh, I thought... I got greedy. I thought I could make that. Alright, let's get this tea.
Hunger!
Oh. Beautiful.
Mega boost!
We have this in the bag. Oh no, 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 no. Sometimes like I can't get my jump to register, but that was one of those times. I should still be able to win though, as long as I don't get hit. As long as I don't get hit. Come on.
Papu want to win!
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, good.
Papu win!
That could have been bad. That was good though. Kept it interesting. Alright, well, that was a good one. We got a lot done. Loading, 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 loading. Very Uncharted esque. Well, that Wumpa juice. Alright. Well, everybody, it has been fun. If you like what I've been doing with this, take it upon yourself to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Just remember to stay safe, be healthy, and keep a clear head. In the meantime, this is me signing off. Kevin out. Have a good rest of your day or night, everybody.